My husband and we went through the credit card bill this weekend.
Did you get in trouble again?
I almost got a divorce. Like, I actually was like, it might be easier out in these fucking streets. Like, re-download the apps, get Grindr. Like, let's get the Grindr back on the show. Like, brief recess after dark. We're going to do speed dating for me because that Amex bill.
What are you buying, Michael?
There were too many zeros after the comma. Welcome to Brief Recess. I'm Michael Foote.
I'm Mélissa Malebranche.
Today we're going to be talking about Melissa's quest to buy a new car, gasoline panties. We have a special guest, Anna Snapp, and she's going to talk about the bangs she has that I don't have. We're going to talk about body image issues, discrimination lawsuits, and all your questions from the DMs, so stick around. Oh, wait, I only invited you to a party.
Yeah, you did, but you knew that I wasn't going to go. But that's
okay.
Yeah,
but I did it, and that is what you wanted.
That's what I wanted.
Courtesy invite
I know,
to the party.
but I mean, you knew that I wasn't going to come. What did I do this weekend? I have to complain about.
Okay, yeah, get on the record, please.
And I'm
Straight
going
to
complain about these two things, knowing that I am in a place of privilege, right? I'm super lucky, very blessed,
yes.
etc.
Yep.
I know
that's nice. Give me the fucking complaint.
I bought a new car. This weekend.
Like a really privileged, okay.
No. I said.
I thought it was going to be like.
No.
I sent back my entree.
No.
It's like I invested in a huge automobile.
Yeah, I bought a new car.
I needed
this weekend.
hundreds of thousands.
And
it's a G-Wagon.
It is. No, it's not. First
the
of all,
rims spin. They just keep spinning.
I would actually never spend that kind of money on a car.
Oh, I would. I love a little largesse, a little disposable income. Yeah.
No, never.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm disgusting. I'm an American. I'm from Long Island.
I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what to say to you.
I don't have like a fun cultural background like you. I'm just a white boy.
I need to understand, and I really want somebody who is in the know to get back to me on this. I need to understand why it takes so fucking long to buy a car. I got to the dealership at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Can we just order it on Seamless? This is actually, and I'm sorry anyone who's broke listening to this, but it is actually a nightmare.
I mean, I think it doesn't even matter how much money you're spending. Right, if you're into buy a car, you're buying a car, right?
Why can't we just call Ford and be like, hi, I want a car? No, you have to go to some guy on a lot. They're all in the
4 different guys.
It is actually wild, and all of them gave you a different price and an answer on everything. I'm sure.
No, that's not what it was. But it was like everybody at every different level, right? So first I had my salesperson. Okay, fine. Then I met like every fucking level of manager. It took all day. And I got to tell you, I mean,
I would have charged them for a meet and greet fee.
Not to like toot my own horn, but like I got a good credit score and I had the money, right?
Yeah.
So like
what's the holds up, boys? Yeah.
All day.
No.
8 o'clock in the morning. I think I started really looking at like 9 because I was there to get my regular car serviced. I did not walk out of that lot with the car until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Michael. And I'm sorry,
life is short. That is so, I would have left.
I couldn't, at the end of it, I was like shaking.
Oh my God, no.
So mad.
No, I would have, that's crazy.
It's egregious.
And like you're buying a car, you want it to be like a fun, joyous
experience.
It was,
now I'm pissed off at the car again.
Yeah, and then I was reading a thing because I was trying to buy a car on Carvana or like one of those
Is that easier?
apps. I thought it would be, but it wasn't. And I ended up not doing it. And then I read a report that those prices were wrong and that they're maybe being sued. I don't know. Fact check me, someone. Comment below if you bought something from one of those
but I really
online
do
car
want
websites.
Somebody, either you own a car dealership or you're a car salesperson, put me on so that I can avoid this moving forward.
Yeah. Or if you're a car company and you want to sponsor the show, please let us know because this is,
It's egregious. The other thing, I was really thinking about this because I'm thinking about people who are going into a new month without benefits and the cost of how much it costs to eat healthy, right? So again, understanding that I am coming at this from a place of privilege, I was going through a farmer's market and I decided that I was going to buy an apple.
Yeah.
One apple. How much did that apple cost me, Michael?
A couple bucks, I bet.
$4.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
And I bought it.
And I spend money on the stupidest shit. I'm like, a $50 delivery? Yeah, that's fine. I'm like, and I really mow through money. I set it on fire.
What are you buying?
That's the problem, is I don't know what I'm buying.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
the problem.
like tap, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm tapping.
Yeah, you know what? I think this used to happen to me a lot, but you sort of go out and you spend, you've spent money, but all you have to show for it is like a pack of gum. And you're
It's regret. Yeah. No.
A
Yes.
pack of gum and a coffee.
Yes. Yeah. They say like waking up in New York, it costs like $100 just to wake up. And it's death by 1,000 paper cuts because it's like, oh, $30 here, $30 there, $29.99 for this. Everything is $30 to $40 now.
And before
but
you
I'm
know
buying 4 of them a day.
Yeah.
And then another thing. And then I'm like, oh, well, I need a special treat. I always have to get a special treat. Melissa saw me drinking a Coke when I came in here. She was like, what are you doing? And I was like, once a month, the little demon that lives inside me says you have to drink a Coke in order to feel better. And it's great. I love it. If you're getting a migraine, Coke, a Coca-Cola.
And either saltines or
pretzels.
Pretzels.
That is the only thing. No migraine medication works. I just do that, and it's great.
A Coke and some pretzels.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go into a sidebar because something crazy happened to me this week. This is sidebar.
You don't have Rona, do you?
No. I'm fine.
Don't give me that Rona. I'll be so mad. I'll be so mad. I will probably stop talking to you.
I've had COVID so many times. I'm like a superbug.
Yeah, okay. I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't have it.
All right. If I get it, it's because he gave it to me.
If I had $1 for every time a man said that to me, I would I would be able to pay my fucking Amex bill.
You still haven't told me what you bought.
I mean, a lot of it is like flights. I'm like, okay, so I am at that point in my life where I have set standards and best practices for myself. I don't sit in anything but business class anymore. Okay. And that is like, and I've worked hard to get here.
You highfalutin.
Also, we've talked about dry cleaning bills. That is $100 a week.
Easily.
Just wearing the shirt to the show today. This is going to be $8 to dry clean just to clean it. I had to pay for the shirt.
Sure.
And now every time I wear it, I pay too.
Sure.
Oh, wait. Last episode, we promised the world that we would talk about your dad on a jury. And because we ran out of time, we didn't get to it. You have to tell the story of your father. Sorry, non sequitur, just diving in here into Joel Malebranche.
So here's the thing about people being on juries that I think we have to sort of be aware of. Like sometimes you will get a man like my father, who we miss very much. But I remember my dad was on a jury and I said to him, how's it going? And he was just like, he did it. And I was like,
who?
He's like, no, Misa, Li Feli, he did it. And I was like, how do you know that he did it? And he said, it was 2:00 in the morning. What was he doing out if he wasn't up to no good?
No.
And I was like, and I remember me and my brother looking at each other and I said, Pop,
being out at 2 a.m.
2:00 does not mean, and he was like, and he said to me, has anything good ever happened at 2:00 in the morning? And I got to tell you.
He kind of gagged you with that one.
Like,
he got you.
You got me.
Snatched.
So beware of people like my dad on a jury who's like, it was 2:00 in the morning or they were wearing those pants or whatever it was.
This is a criminal defense lawyer's greatest nightmare is that Joel is on the jury. I've spent a year building a fucking defense for this person. And we've got Joel on the jury who's got his glasses on like this.
Can we drop a picture of my dad?
Drop in a photo of Joel. I'm not doing a good impression. He was out at 2 a.m. He's clearly guilty.
Guilty as hell.
Oh my God.
And
capital punishment for me then.
My dad meant that shit.
Did he convict?
I don't remember what happened. It was such a long time ago. It was such a long time ago. But I remember, and I remember trying to say to my father, that's not a good enough reason. Yeah, it is.
It sounds like he did. I think we know what happened. It sounds like he was not swayed by the other jurors.
And my mom was like co-signing. She was like, sure. But this is the lady who was yelling out her window for that woman to hit her kid.
Well, this is the other thing is I'm like, Brad, you're married to a defense attorney. He was on a jury once and he was the foreman.
But I feel like Brad was listening really carefully and doing his best.
And he ended up convicting. I was like, I can't believe you convicted.
Did the guy deserve it?
Wow. Microaggression guy. Women can be guilty too.
Yes, they can.
But it was a guy.
See?
It's mostly men who are guilty.
I was going to say it's not all men.
Not all men, but most of them. And no women.
Right.
And no women. All right. Well, I'm excited. We have Anna Snapp in the studio today.
I can't wait to meet her in real life. She's phenomenal.
She's my favorite person. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to meet her.
So she's going to be joining us for Under Oath, where we're going to be talking about some interesting like fat discrimination lawsuits and the law behind it. It gets kind of weird, and I feel like we'll probably get derailed big time. But
I mean, those are the best intentions. Those are the best conversations.
What is it?
Right?
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah, and here
we're
we are.
going straight to hell.
hell.
So we'll be right back
with gasoline panties.
You're
on.
listening to Brief Recess. Did you say gasoline panties?
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
I say that all the time.
That's a great fashion line. Monetize that. This segment's called Under Oath. I'm here with my good friend, demonic, evil, man-hating wench, Anna Snapp. I love her so much. Please welcome her to Brief Recess. She looks scandalized already.
Yay! We're snapping.
That was a violent intro.
Thank
Violence
you.
on me and my ancestors. Thank you very much.
They speak myth of her.
I've never heard that sentence when I'm using it for now on. They speak myth of her.
They speak a myth
It's going
of
on my
her.
tombstone.
She's iconic. I know her from all over the internet. Anna, welcome. We wanted to talk about all sorts of.
So
please
excited
introduce
to have
yourself.
you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't
Hi.
let
Who are
me
you?
speak for
Who
you.
am I?
Who
well,
are you?
Apparently, I'm a man-hating wench.
And you're in good company.
Seriously, you are not alone.
Everyone clock in.
You are not alone. I am here with you.
Hi, I'm Anna. We're meeting for the first time.
We
which
are
is
in
awesome.
person.
Oh my God, iconic. I'm
So
so happy to. I've
I'm
been hearing about
so
this podcast for so long.
I'm so excited to
Yeah.
meet you in person.
I know. It's so. I'm.
We've been talking without you.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, it was a whole shit list. I DM'd her. I said I hate him so much.
I'm so mad.
Hate
Those
in
of
the
you who are
ass,
just
hate
listening who
him.
didn't see it, Anna is doing this thing with her hair, with her bangs. I am so mad I can't do it.
Thank you. Well,
clocking
doesn't
in.
mean you can't.
You
Just
can.
like a
No hair there.
delusional bitch tossing her imaginary hair.
Add it to the
Just this
list. Man-hating
dizzy
delusional
hoe.
bitch wench.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us,
Yeah.
Anna. We really wanted to talk about, you are so vocal online about all sorts of issues that fat people face, that plus size actors face. You and I have talked about this extensively as well together. So I thought it'd be great to have you on because we cover all sorts of different lawsuits here on the show. And there have been a lot of really interesting discrimination cases around like fat people, plus size people, whatever the vernacular is that you use and prefer. But also, Mélissa and I have like some really interesting personal experiences in this space. I don't know if you want to speak to that. I can speak to mine, which I was a really fat kid and I've been on a diet since I was like in the 90s. So
diet in the 90s? That's shocking. Never heard of that.
Snack wells in your lunchbox.
Many weigh-ins, many snack wells as a kid. So
yeah. And I also was a fat kid, a fat adolescent, a fat young woman. I also had been on a diet. I remember being in the first grade, going to my pediatrician, Dr. Schwartz, who's no longer with us. And it was the worst. It was the worst kind of thing to give to a kid, right? So it was like a hamburger patty, no bun, a scoop of cottage cheese.
Wait, that's actually the problem with that is not the fat content. It's the fact that there's cottage cheese on it.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Oh my God. So you're an actor.
I am.
Okay.
I am, yeah.
Not a paid crisis actor, but you've been doing a one-woman show, I think.
I have 2 one-woman shows, actually.
Oh, who's the other woman?
Her. Duh, surprise! That's what we've been DMing about. No, I have 2 one-woman shows. One is autobiographical, and I've been performing it for like a decade. Like internationally.
Oh, wow.
And it's about my experiences with chronic illness, a passive eating disorder, PTSD, mental illness, just a little concoction.
So a really lighthearted show about
a
one
good time,
woman's
a good
journey
feeling.
through the
Yeah,
world.
good. Well, it is partially comedy, it's mostly drama, but what's funny is that I randomly got picked up by the medical community, so I'll perform for like doctors and nurses and med students and stuff. So that's been like
a
fucking
money. Get
that.
paid, girl. That is awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been cool. I performed off Broadway. I performed at Edinburgh Fringe. I performed like, all over.
Wait,
but
though,
also
when
for
you're
like
performing for the medical community,
Yeah.
like what are you doing?
So I do the show, and then there's often like a talk back or like a panel discussion to like let especially like med students ask questions because obviously they're taught the science, but they're not always taught like the empathy in the bedside manner and kind of the human side of medicine.
Yeah, it's like
which definitely ties into this sort of like
discrimination,
the fatness and being in a bigger body, especially as it relates to like eating disorders or just being in a bigger body and how it relates to even like chronic illness and stuff. And then my other one-woman show, I created over lockdown. I interviewed like over 400 people about their experience battling an eating disorder. And then I created something called a verbatim theater piece where you basically recreate their voice on stage. So like if they have an accent, if they pause, if they say if they haven't, whatever it is, you cut down their interview into like a monologue. And so I performed 10 different characters, including my own story. So
that's so cool.
I love that.
Oh my God, I love that. When is Jib's show coming in? Can we go?
Well, I just had my autobiographical show in Philly like a few weeks ago.
Okay,
but
congrats.
I'm trying to do it again next year. I'm trying to bring it back to New York. So we'll see.
Okay, so if you're watching this and if you're a producer, please reach out. Briefrecess at exactlyrightmedia.com and we'll put you in touch with Anna Snapp.
Snap.
We do dream making here at Exactly Right.
Well, because we're the epicenter.
We are the epicenter.
The Anna Snapp epicenter.
Well, I thought it would be cool to kind of talk about this. Like, there's this discrimination lawsuit that's currently like making its way through the New York system. It's called Harris v. New York, and it was a civil servant applicant who was trying to become a civil servant to become a probation officer. So I deal with probation officers like all the time as a criminal defense lawyer. And they basically denied her because of her size. So it's really interesting. Fat is not like a protected class under any US federal law. So you technically can't sue under federal law for like fat discrimination. So there are some like interesting workarounds that I found that like people sometimes will sue under the American Disabilities Act, the ADA, which is like very established federal law that people sue under. But most courts have held that like obesity isn't a disability, that and that is the argument that plaintiffs make, right? When they've been discriminated against because of their size, they then argue that under the ADA, they're being discriminated against because of their weight. One of the interesting things that people have been able to do is like if it is connected to like a medical issue. So if you say like this medical issue equals my body being a different size, then you're able to sort of find relief under the ADA.
You know what that sounds like? I mean, I know it's not exactly the same thing, but it's I've had 2 aunts who had been flight attendants, and you used to have to do weight check in order to be a flight attendant, and it was like 5'2" to 5'9" and no more than 135 pounds. And it has nothing to do with being able to do the job. It was all about the aesthetic. So you needed to be no glasses, unblemished, unmarried, no kids, white.
That is actually the criteria when we were casting this show. So,
and look at what happened.
Sorry.
And look at what
joke
happened.
didn't land. It's okay. I'll go fuck myself. Anyway, please continue, flight attendant.
But yeah, it just had to do with aesthetics, right? So nothing to actually having to do.
I think they do that
job.
on Emirates.
I don't know about Emirates, but the last time that they were actually doing that still in the United States was 1995, which is really not that
crazy.
Which
not
is
that
when
long
I
ago.
was on
30
Weight
years ago.
Watchers. Yeah, like it was like around that time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary.
And it's
So-
also
really
like we're
is.
taught that that's the aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's like,
Right.
Like it's
That's
not even
applied.
like that. That's like hundreds of years ago. If you were fat, you were worshipped because it meant you had money.
Right.
Do I have money? No.
Look at
But am
this
I worshipped
rich
because I'm fat?
ass.
Yes.
Yes. As well you should be.
This rich bitch going
As
on my
well
show.
you should be.
She's self-producing her one-woman show around the world.
Poor.
Just on her-
Poor but worshipped.
Hey, Michael and Melissa, what's it like being poor?
It's like
Poor and worshipped.
poor and
I like
worshipped.
that.
Poor and fat.
Pee my fucking pants. So basically, we really don't need to cover the case. It's okay. We want to just keep talking. But you were talking a little bit about the airlines.
Yes,
Melissa,
I was. And just again, it was all about the aesthetic. It had absolutely nothing to do with how well you could do the job or whether or not you could do the job. But for them, to be a flight attendant, a stewardess, as they were called back in the day, is that you needed to be approachable, but also glamorized, right? So
okay.
So that's why you had to be a certain weight. And if you gained weight, you were fired.
What it was, and this was the airline your aunt worked for?
Yeah, so I had an aunt who worked for Pan Am, and we still think that the reason why she got that job, because it was back in the 60s, was she was very fair-skinned and white presenting, right? she used to be on weight check all the time.
I mean, speaking of like discrimination in the work and like casting people for like jobs, Abercrombie and Fitch, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's burned in my memory.
They were constantly, and I think they got sued and they were like, yep, we did it. Like they didn't even
No,
it's crazy when corporations are like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we absolutely
did
did
this.
that.
No, we're fat phobic.
And it was like only white people too. Like the black people were given stockroom
Yes.
jobs.
Did you see that documentary about
Yes.
Where they had like the fat black people in the back
who were like,
away.
what the
they had no idea what was going on upstairs.
I've been in social situations where people have put me in the back of the picture because they don't want I ruin the aesthetic. This was like when I was younger. Like this is not people I surround myself with now, but like people will be like, "Oh, you're the tallest." I'm like, "This bitch is 6'2". Like, I am not the tallest. I'm
as the big bone 6'4".
I'm the thick snack of the gods. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Yeah, and people will put you like that is an aesthetic thing.
Yeah,
and you'll see it where you see like groups of people who don't have a single friend that's like above a size 6 or something, and you're like, that's like a That's a red flag.
Choice. That's a choice.
Like if you don't have any friends that are in a bigger body or queer or like a person of color, I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here?
What's going on in the home?
You know what though? What's really interesting about that, like people sort of asking you to sort of sit in the back because you don't fit the aesthetic. I can tell you, and I think this is, and I was saying this the other day when we were talking to Karen in Georgia, right? Is like, I wish so badly that when I was growing up, there was this body positivity movement that I feel like I wish so badly that I had been able to take advantage of because I grew up in this place of self-loathing, right? Like a lot of people who loved me, right? Who would say things to me like, such a pretty face, if only, right? And so I think what ended up happening to me was not so much that people were putting me in the back. I was putting myself in the back because I have pictures of myself. And it's something that I only really saw after I lost weight was how I was sort of like hunching over and like sort of wearing like extra baggy clothes, trying really hard to not be seen at all.
Totally.
And putting myself in the back more than people actually doing that.
It was like a self-selecting.
Really. But it's so, like, I would hope that there's somebody who's like studying that because I was fucked up for a really long time.
Yeah, it's like the way we treat ourselves is almost like we're.
Oh, it's worse.
It's so evident. I mean, when I, like, my body has changed a lot over the years due to just like health conditions. And when I was actually thinner and I thought fat was a bad word and I hated my body, now that I'm not afraid to like be seen, it translates so differently.
Of
like
course,
now that I'm just like whatever, like I love myself, I think I'm hot, and I don't think fat is a bad word. Which obviously there's a lot of like fat is ugly, fat is lazy, fat is insert sort of negative term here. But like I was like closed off with my body language and stuff when I was slightly thinner. Like I didn't want to be seen or take up space. And now that I'm bigger and I actually want to take up space, I get the most attention from like men that I ever have. And because I don't like
you're not self-conscious, and like you, especially like energetically when you're open to the world like that, the world really does meet you where you are most of the time. So like if you're closing yourself off, you're self-selecting, you're putting yourself in the back, right? Like the subversive messaging I was receiving when I was fat was like, the less of you, the better. Like we are only happy when there's less of you. Like, and that is like for a 12-year-old like gay kid to like receive that message from authority. Like you listen to authority when you're a kid, like when you're coming up and like you're trying to just like follow the rules. Right. So like kind of getting that notion that like you should be the toned down version of yourself.
And also when it's somebody who is supposed to love you, right? A parent, a good friend, a relative, and they're telling you, be less of you.
Yes.
If we would love you more, that's the message you're hearing, right? We would love you more if there was less of you. If you were not as big, if you were quieter, more reserved, if you sort of like stayed in your place, like all these things that we get as kids.
And it's like, especially back then, like in the 90s, it's like, fat was equal to really bad health. Awful things are going to happen to you. So like parents at the time were like, oh, we're just trying to like keep our kids safe. Like they're just trying to like do the right thing. It started
as good intentions, but like with everything that's come out, it's kind of like, well, you have to
it fucks you up a lot more.
And also like I was always told I was too much, like personality wise too.
Oh, baby.
But also like
been there.
I think obviously the world wants women to be smaller. So in this sort of like, skinny apocalypse, Ozempic era where it's like, less of women, both like metaphorically and physically, is better, like in quotation marks. But yeah, it's like, I mean, I have people in my life who I love dearly, and they make comments that I clock, or they like reels on Instagram that I see where I'm like, it's not you saying fat people are awful, but it's like the microaggression of like, oh, that's a joke, that's your internalized stuff. And I'm someone too where I'm like, I never want a friend to feel like they can't talk to me about body image stuff because we're all victims to it. It's not like we're all in this system.
Right. It's not like just fat people.
But it's also like it's internalized stuff. And so that's everyone's journey. And I'm grateful that I'm on a different level of that journey where I'm like, I don't hate myself, but it's like crazy. Like I'll do like modeling or like boudoir shoots, and the photographers will say to me like, I have like really skinny women come in who like do not want to show their stomach, and they're like, you're in here being like,
oh my god,
it's like it is just like an energy thing. But I feel so bad that like so many people are being told that they're like too much, and they're like not.
You don't have to be fat to hate your body. Right? Like a lot of skinny people are self-conscious. Or it really is like you're saying, like an energetic. Like anything.
It's the older, as somebody who's going through perimenopause, I'm getting older, and today I was looking at myself. I was going to record myself and do like a TikTok, and I was looking at my face, and I was like, ugh. Do you know what I mean?
Which is crazy, by the way, because you're like strikingly gorgeous. I know.
But do you know what I'm saying though? It's like, and so what have I been listening to? What is the message that I have been getting that like there is something wrong with getting older?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yep.
There's something wrong with getting older. There's something wrong with having like extra skin or being flabby or being fat or being too short or being like there are all these things that we hear, and you have to be very, very careful and super self-aware to not give into that, right? And it takes a long time to unlearn those things. And I keep on going back to it. Like I wish so badly that I had heard that I was okay the way that I was, and that it, if you want to lose weight, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine also. I had this conversation with a family member who was trying to get me to get another family member to have weight loss surgery because I had it, right? Yeah. You should tell them that they should do it. And I was like, I'm not going to tell them shit. Like, they can do it if they want to, but there's nothing wrong with this person. They could stay the way that they are. They are smart and beautiful and all the things that one should aspire to.
But for that, I'm like, why do people feel like it's okay to tell other people how their lives should be lived?
I know.
That is, it really boils down to that. Like,
it's like bodily autonomy at the end of the day.
But
at the end of the day, it's like, why do you feel like it's okay to like, and I see this where it's like, oh, well, I'm just trying to help them be healthy. And it's like, well, I'm just trying to get you to not sound like a fucking idiot. Yeah. Like, don't put your foot in your mouth like that where you're like, I'm just trying to help you be healthy.
I really, really think that there are people who truly believe
they
are
do.
saying that
they're helping.
They're trying to help, and it is coming from a place of love, but they don't understand.
They don't understand the nuance, and there's more. It's more than just like fat equals bad and unhealthy.
Yes.
Right. Like, I have skinny friends who eat Popeyes 8 times a week. Like, and people don't understand that you can like. I exercise not with the intent of losing weight, but with the intent of taking care of my body.
Yes.
And I like sometimes my weight fluctuates and sometimes it doesn't. But people, that's like, why wouldn't you want to lose weight? And I'm like, I actually really like my body.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Troilus and Cressida.
I stopped weighing myself. Like, I exercise, like, and I'm very active, but I just completely stopped weighing myself because I was like, this is not an indicator of success or failure or health. Like, this is
because you are the epicenter. And
this is
You don't weigh yourself anymore?
At all.
I don't weigh myself at all.
Because it would send me into a fucking tailspin. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm doing all this work and I'm gaining weight, or I'm doing none of this work. I'm losing. Like, and it was just like, and I was just like, at no point, my friend in her bathroom has a scale where when you step on it, it just gives you a compliment. It doesn't give you a number. And it's like, I weigh myself every time I'm at her fucking house because I'm like,
I'm giving you one that says you are the epicenter.
And it's like, you look great. And it's just like, it's just like it's cutesy and goofy, but it's a reminder that like, yeah, this doesn't fucking matter. This is just Earth's gravity pulling you down to the earth and what that actual like equates to.
Well, also different weights look different on different people. Like
100%.
I was at Plus Brooklyn, which is like a really awesome. It's New York City's like only like consignment shop for plus size people.
Oh,
they do like vintage resale.
Plug it.
Plus Brooklyn, It's amazing. I'm there all the time. And it's a really safe space for like bigger bodies to find fashion in a brick and mortar store, which you can't do. You can't just like walk into the mall and find an outfit as a plus size person.
No, you can't.
And I was with someone and we were talking about like just like our sizes, and we have two very different bodies and we're the same size. And like you can't, I'm sure we're different weights, but like you just can't ever tell.
Yeah, of course.
Like you just can't.
Yeah,
and so like a number doesn't.
Weight settles in on somebody in a lot of different ways. Genetic. I mean, there's a lot that comes into it.
Yeah.
I used to do this really fucked up thing where I got on the scale every day. I would take a picture of it, and I had a folder in my phone with my, and I finally was like, that's weird, Mélissa. You should stop doing that.
Yeah.
I started to realize it was really bad for me because, like Michael said, depending on what the number said, it would send me
of what whether you had a good day or not.
Yeah, it would determine my good day or not.
Yeah.
And I was I realized that I was a much happier person when I got rid of it. I deleted them all, and I don't do it anymore.
This case was super interesting. Basically, like the Department of Probation cited medical fitness, but they couldn't show a policy or standard behind it, which really boils down to like
we just don't like this.
And also, like I see this all the time with lawsuits where it's like a thing happens, a person gets fired. There was no policy that they did it. They shouldn't have been doing it. And then they get sued and they're like, oh, well, we have some policy, but they can't back it up. Mm-hmm. And they know they fucked up.
Yeah.
So do we know how it ended for that person?
This is still ongoing. Like it's being litigated.
And I saw the article. It's like, hasn't it been going on for years too?
Yes. Yeah. And it's also like, there's going to be a settlement. There's got to be a settlement or something. Like, this is ongoing.
Yeah, but in the meantime, this poor person, their life is not at a standstill, but there's something that they were trying to do.
Of course,
and now you have
where's my fucking job? I was trying to get a paycheck. Like, it wasn't like you're...
And now I'm, I don't know, dumping all my money into this stupid thing.
But also doubling down is crazy. Like, if you're... there's a certain point where you can just be like, hey, that's not cool. I should be unlearning this stuff. And like, I'm really sorry. Here's money. Like you could get out of this so easily. Like
I was flying. I was flying this weekend, and a fat person sat next to me, and I turned to him and I was like, I'm 6'4", almost 6'5", and I was like, I don't fit on this. Like he was like, sorry, and I was like, I don't fit on this plane either, man. Like I can't stand up in the bathroom. Like this plane wasn't made for people. Like this wasn't made for this wasn't made for us. And we're in like business class, buddy. This is like if neither of us
Amtrak is more comfortable than a plane.
It's the organization, it's the institution, right?
Well, I was telling someone today at Plus Brooklyn that weird time about how me and this other girl had both been stuck at one point in the emergency like aisle, and you're not allowed to be in it if you're a certain size. So like one time I was on the plane and they were like, they said in front of the whole packed plane, they were like, oh my God, you're too big to be in this seat. You need to move. And so then I had to like go around and like ask different people to move, and people wouldn't move. So it was just this like scene in front of the plane. And like, it's one of those things where like, I don't feel ashamed by how I look. I actually think I'm beautiful, but like, when you're in a position like that where you know what other people think and you're just sort of like it's delaying the taking off and stuff. And this happens a lot to people because
oh my God, let's sue their fucking ass. That would drive me crazy.
The thing about that is really fucked up. It's fine. You don't want me to sit in this seat because you think that I'm too big? Fine. How dare you make me go around asking people to move?
You make someone move.
You make somebody move. Sorry, I can't even talk about that is
unbelievable.
No, that's outrageous though, honestly. Like the idea, the audacity to make you do that job.
I'm like, I could save people. Like you think I'm unfit to be like, let's throw you in the water.
I will tell you. So my dad, I used to make travel arrangements for my father, and as my father was getting older, I started to feel like, Dad, you really shouldn't be in that seat because you can't help anybody do anything. And he's like, I'm not helping anybody do shit. He's like, I don't care.
Get fucked. I'm not helping you do shit. I'm not helping
anybody do anything. He's like, but I want the extra leg room or whatever it was. And I was like, okay. But
honestly, fair though.
That was
what if I had said that to the flight attendant? They're like, you need to move, you're too fat. And I'm like, well, I need more leg room.
Pick me up,
yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do
Toss me to
it?
1A.
Whatever.
Well, Anna, thank you for joining us. This has been incredible. I'm so glad we got a chance to sort of
come
chat
back
about
and
these
see us.
cases.
This was great. And
oh my God,
tell us your socials and let everybody know when you're going to be taking your show on the road again.
Because this is your camera. So straight to camera,
right
we need all your socials.
Flip it.
Okay. I'm Anna Snapp. Mm-hmm. And my my socials are the Anna Snapp, TheAnnaSnapp. There are 2 P's in Snap.
And when we're talking about, opening yourself up to the world, what sort of messages are you looking to receive and from whom?
Oh, thank you so much for your work and your words. Here's what I'm open to, okay? I love compliments. I love praise.
Yeah.
Period. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, slide into my DMs. I'm single.
Love it. And also, both Michael and I are following Anna. So if you find us,
you can find us. You can find Anna.
And I have no followers, so you'll be really easy to find Anna.
Not for long.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So good to meet you in real life, Anna.
Oh my God. We have to do it again.
Yeah.
This is Tales from the DMs, where you guys send me the weirdest, craziest, nuttiest, freakiest things you find on the internet, and you send them to me in the form of a question, and I answer it as a lawyer.
But remember, friends, like I always tell you, while Michael is a lawyer, he is not your lawyer.
All right, so this is our first question.
First question.
I had a best friend for about 8 years, maybe. They were a very wealthy family. I was their personal assistant, whatnot, and I did a lot of tasks for them. And they didn't pay me in cash. They said they were low on cash, so they would pay me with old designer bags.
Okay, stop
First
everything.
First of all,
beautiful voice. Next.
Whatever. But I was already annoyed when I heard that he was
wealthy.
I was my best friend, but I was working for them for no money.
Yeah.
What? They were taking advantage of you, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Have some self-respect.
Something.
I mean, way to victim blame Michael, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
And we don't understand.
Shame on the family, right?
Yes. Shame on the family.
Yeah.
And it is too bad that you were, I'm assuming in a situation where you felt like you had to do this, but I already don't like this.
It sounds like this. Okay. So the crux of the question really is that he was arrested for selling these bags given to him as payment. It was no big deal in college. This friend was a roommate. This man lived in his friend's house as a roommate and paid rent, moved to a new city, accused her of stealing, stopped by the police, had a warrant for my arrest for theft, considered state jail felony theft. Okay. So these were beat up designer bags. They accused him of stealing the bags from this house, but it sounds like they couldn't pay him in cash originally. So this was
almost like a barter system?
Yeah, but also if they couldn't pay you originally, that's the first sign that they're broke. And now they're trying to Operation Repo the fucking bags. That's messed up. I'm sorry. Excuse me?
A down on your luck
LV bag? Not you not pay
bag?
A fucking employee.
Yeah.
You then paid them in goods, and then you were like, give me that back.
But not even good goods, beat up goods.
Yes.
All of this is sitting very wrong with me. It's leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
So insofar as the law, the fact that there's a warrant out for your arrest, I know you haven't heard in a while, that is concerning to me. Warrants don't expire. They're just not enforced. So a felony arrest can't be ignored. It's not just going to go away on its own. So I would contact the court or a clerk somehow, wherever it was issued, and try and find out if it's still an active warrant.
Should this person see a lawyer themselves?
Definitely speak to a lawyer.
Find a lawyer, friend.
Yeah, because waiting 6 months to resolve a warrant
I do not like this for you at all. I hate questions like this, because now what's gonna happen to me is I'm gonna be thinking about this.
Yes. Well, the other thing is, don't fucking talk to that roommate. Don't communicate with the accuser, because anything you're saying, they're compiling evidence, and you should be compiling evidence too. So any comms they sent you, any emails you have, receipts, you were given the bags as payment, and that's technically a legal transfer, not theft. You're just going to have to prove that somehow. So if you'll have to show services rendered. I know they didn't give you a receipt for the bags, but I would want you to sort of dig and show that you did do work, and there was some sort of exchange for this rather than theft.
You tell me, Michael. So if there are any emails or text messages
referring
to
fine,
living there in exchange,
or work you're going to do,
right.
Was everything done verbally? That is what I would really dig in. If this were my client, I would dig around that.
Please, if you can, go see an attorney. I'm very worried about you. I really what the fuck?
That's very sweet of you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I hate bullies. I hate shit like this.
Yeah. And the fact that they were they're trying to take them back and they also
Right.
didn't pay you. Also, just fucking pay the like, that is so weird.
I don't like any of
Something's
this.
not adding up here.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Anyway, this has been Tales from the DMs. Feel free to send us your questions. Anything, any weird legal questions you have on your mind, send them our way. Y'all asked me about driverless cars, and I was in a driverless car last week, and it was really fun to like. Yeah, I loved it.
Was it weird?
I prefer it.
Is it because you don't want to be spoken to? Because I don't.
I mean,
if
I don't want to be perceived by the internet as someone who don't make eye contact with me.
No.
I did love not having to chat.
Right.
And it was immaculate. It was so clean.
Mm-hmm.
It was so clean. And it kind of drove like a messy bitch. Like it drove like a taxi driver. Like it was not like super robotic. I was like, oh, you almost killed her. Almost ran that person over. Yeah.
Okay.
It was really like driving as if it were like you and I were driving where it's like pulls up and like slams on the brakes or like right on red. Like there was all sorts of stuff where I was like, oh, wow, this is like a real person. So, I thought it was going to be like, the fucking airport trolley.
Oh,
yeah. Goes really, really slow. And it's like, all right. But
I think
no,
the
it
only
was pretty
reason why
fast.
I would like something like that is because I don't love endless chatter when I'm in a car. I don't mind saying hi, obviously. I love that. But like the constant chattering while I'm in a cab or something just kind of.
I'm like that with a massage too.
Oh, I prefer a silent massage.
Yeah.
Please.
And I'll tell them up top. Thank you so much. I'm probably going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So feel free to not talk
My
to me.
massage
Just
therapist is
put
great
in,
and I
put
love
in
her.
an AirPod and I'll wave if I need you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been Brief Recess. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Michael Foote.
I'm Mélissa Malebranche.
I'll see you in court.